Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Okay, we gotta go sleep. Welcome back. Okay, this is part 3 to how I almost got a restraining order back in high school. Where we left off was, I went to her house on Thursday. And now it's Friday, and I'm gonna confront her at school. And, so here we go. Okay, it's Friday, and we have second and third period together. So I in first period I was kind of nervous. I was like, what's going on? Wasn't really sure, how that day was gonna go. I wasn't really confident because, she never DM'd me back on Twitter. So I was really kind of nervous on how things might go. But, anyway, I was like, whatever. This is the year of the oddity. This is my year. Nothing can stop me. Nothing's gonna harm me. None of my actions are gonna be bad. But anyway. Man, we need to find a village. So, so I went into second period. I was about one of the first ones in there. And, of course, about a few minutes before the bell rings, here she comes walking in, and she's just chit-chatting secretively, walking in and whispering with 3 other of her friends, and that they all sit together in a corner. So, I thought, okay, this is bad. But at least, I was like, okay, at least she's talking about me. I took it as a good sign because at least she showed up to school. If she was really freaked out, she probably wouldn't have showed up to school that day. But, Come on, Dexter, get him. Uh-oh, come on, Dexter. Yeah. It's my boy Dexter. Yeah, okay, so, she showed up and she went and sat in her corner, with her friends. And, they were chit-chatting and everything, and so, next thing I know, this guy named Jack, who is, we don't like, okay? We, as me, myself, and, the audience here listening to my video, we do not like Jack. I mean, he's alright, he's a nice kid, but I don't like him. And, I hear him shout across the room. He was like, did you... Well, no, he didn't shout across the room. He was on my side of the room, so, she couldn't hear our conversation. Which was, he was like, did you go over to her house yesterday? And apparently she told him. Because I didn't tell him. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I did, and I, kind of laughing. He was like, dude, that's hilarious. I was like, alright, Jack, thanks. I was laughing along with him, but I didn't really care what he had to say. But anyway, so then, so, alright, the end of the period's over, awkwardness over. I was just pretty much just sitting there like a statue, not wanting to make eye contact, not wanting to do anything really except just get out of there. And that's exactly what happened. But you know what, I couldn't just get out of that class and not talk to her about what happened, because that would be even more awkward. So after class, she's walking in the hallway, but this time, I don't get her alone. She's not alone this time. And for good reason, she's not alone. I don't blame her. And, so, she's with this other girl who I don't like. Who's Miss Goody Two-Shoes. I don't like her either. I don't like a whole lot of people, as you can tell. Oh, I'm kind of sick a little bit. My voice is a little different. I don't know if you can notice or tell. Okay, we're wandering off. We need to go where there's trees. I don't know, we might just have to settle down somewhere, but oh well, let's just keep going. Might as well, because we're going to be playing Minecraft a long time. So, let's make a boat real fast. So, you know, I meet her up in the hallway, but, you know, she's not alone, and, she's with her friends, with one friend, and I say, you know, hey, what's up, and, you know, she's real, you know, kind of distancy, I guess I would say, keeping her distance. And the first thing I said, which I don't know why, or I think I was like, you know, yeah, this is what I said. I said, I thought we were hanging out yesterday, and she was like, oh, I thought you were joking. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. And so then I was like, I bet you're wondering how I got your address. I said this, yeah, I said, I bet you're wondering how I got your address. And, you know, she's just listening at this point, not really caring what I'm doing. You know, all interest has been lost at this point, but I was like, yeah, you know, I went on your Twitter, and on one of your acceptance letters, I saw your address on there, which was the worst move I could have possibly made. Excuse me. You know, I mean, come on. If you're gonna stalk someone, don't tell them how you stalked them, because that's just rule number 4 or 5 in this episode. If you're gonna stalk someone, don't tell them how you did it. It's just like a magician. You don't tell your secrets. If you're a pro stalker like me, you're not supposed to tell your secrets. But you know, I was desperate at this point. I had no idea what was going on, what I was gonna be doing. So, you know, I told her, and then, you know, that was basically the end of the conversation. And, you know, third period arrives, which we have also together. And so, you know, I go, and for some reason I go on Twitter, and I'm blocked. I'm blocked on Twitter. On the Twitter. She blocked me. I have no I guess I know why, but I mean, come on, that's uncalled for. That hurt my feelings. I mean, she blocked me on Twitter. Come on. But anyway, so I shouldn't have told her that, you know, how I found her address, but anyway. Okay, yeah. And now next thing that happens was, it was Friday, so, you know, everything goes okay, everything goes smoothly, and it's Friday, so for some reason I went golfing with my dad afterwards, after school, or, you know, about lunchtime, and when I was out with my dad, I got a text from Jack. Yes, I got a text from Jack, who we don't like. And he says, hey, Gretchen wanted me to tell you to stay away from her. And I was like, and that just crushed me. I was like, come on, man. I mean, I laid my heart out on the line, and it just got stomped on by a friend zoned. I mean, she couldn't even tell me herself. She had to get that guy to tell me, which was horrible. Come on now. That was horrible. And, you know, that just ruined my entire golf day. You know, I wasn't shooting it well, so it just ruined my day. So, you know, after that, you know, I just basically stayed away. I gave her her distance. But you know what? Even you know, unintentionally, I just can't stay away. Even as hard as I tried, I just couldn't stay away from her. And the next thing is what happens, you know, flash forward a few months, you know, I moved on to other girls. And, you know, I forgot about that whole situation, basically. You know, I just pretty much ignored it and buried it deep within my heart and never acknowledged it or talked about it to anyone. So, you know, fast forward a few months, and alright, we gotta build a house. It's getting dark. But, you know, me During class in third period, it was me and this other guy, and we were throwing a tennis ball. We were throwing a tennis ball around in the room while the teacher, wasn't looking. We thought we were funny. And, every time we'd throw it and it'd just bounce off the back wall, and she would say, "What was that?" And everybody'd be like, "What? I don't know." And, so, then she went out of the room, and so I got a little bit more brave and started throwing it like hard over there at him. And of course, the guy who I was throwing it to, guess who was sitting right in front of him? Gretchen. You got that right. It was Gretchen. And, Gretchen was sitting in front of him, and I just threw it really hard, being the class clown. I threw it hard over there, like a baseball. I threw it like a baseball all the way over there. And of course, she wasn't paying attention, and she got nailed right in the face with a tennis ball thrown probably at 30, 40 miles an hour in the classroom from a seated position from a grown man-child like myself. But anyway, and as soon as I hit her in the face, all those feelings came back to me of like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I mean, as soon as it hit her in the face, her hands just went right to her face. Palm to the face like she was crying. And I was like, oh my goodness. I felt like the biggest douche in the whole world. And, that happened. And, I was... I didn't apologize to her or anything, because, she said to stay away, so, I didn't apologize or anything. But what made it worse was somebody who sat in front of me, another guy, he was like, "I didn't throw that. That wasn't me." And she was like, I know it wasn't you. I know who it was. So, and during this time, the teacher was out of the room. She walked out for a few seconds. And when she came back, this is what happened. She went out, I threw it really hard, hit her in the face. Like, the whole class was like, the whole class had like a gasp. Like, what is going on? Like, oh my goodness, she just got nailed in the face. And after that, yeah, so she got nailed in the face. Everybody was like, and then of course the teacher walks back in, thinking like nothing happens, and continuing on with the lesson. Oh, there's monsters nearby. Oh goodness, scared me. That scared me. But anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here. Hey, I love y'all. And, we're not done. We're not through with this story yet. There's still a lot more to be told. So, hey, I'll see y'all in episode number 4. Love y'all. Peace.